I'm Jaida Strahan, and welcome back to GCTV. For this week's announcements, last Thursday the community welcomed home senior Layla Jamison. Also, seniors remember to check your emails for senior portrait information from Miss O'Neill. Anyone still wanting to purchase this year's yearbook is still available for $70. Visit room 4 for more information. After getting back to some normalcy again, everyone has been impacted by the new COVID-19 variant Omicron. According to the CDC, the variant was first detected on December 20th, 2021 in most states and territories. The Omicron is still being studied. It is still unknown how fast it spreads compared to the Delta variant. For the new variant, the symptoms are still various for individuals and age groups.
Cold, but the first thing that the high schoolers is headache, like a severe headache and sore throat.
The high school is following the current CDC guidelines as of January, since the students and staff came back from break.
If the doctor writes for 5 days of quarantine, then we follow the 5 days. So anybody that's positive or a positive family member, you have to quarantine for 5 days and then wear a mask from days 6 to 10.
Since the new year, there have been several students and teachers that have been quarantined more than once and tested positive at least twice.
Okay, this was my second time getting COVID, and this time I ran a fever for about 4 or 5 days. It was miserable and felt like my brain was boiling. Well, we were actually planning a trip to Disney. We were supposed to leave the day that I got tested around 12, but I tested positive about an hour or so beforehand, so I had to cancel my whole trip. And it was absolutely terrible. It was forever trying to get the refund back or rescheduling. So it was really just awful.
Recently, the school has seen a decline in numbers of COVID-19 quarantines. So let's keep those numbers down and do our part. This is Jaida Strahan reporting for GCTV.
Thanks, Jaida. Imagine waking up 5 in the morning and making it to school a little before 6 to cook breakfast. Then turn around and start preparing lunch. That's the daily routine of an average cafeteria worker. There are a lot of things students do not see behind the cafeteria doors, such as trying to get everything together in the perfect amount of time.
Keeping everybody working good together, because when you get a lot of people in one kitchen, a lot of women in one kitchen, everybody's got different conflicts, and anyway, it's hard to keep peace sometimes.
Along with COVID came more struggles. Trucks were now short on workers, which now affects when the school gets their supplies.
It's been tough, it's like my boss lady said, not getting materials we need, not getting some of the food we need.
Due to the shortage, the school sometimes runs out of food, which causes them to have to substitute it for other options. Even though this does not happen often, if conditions get worse, it could possibly worsen things. To help lighten the stress on the ladies, they also encourage students to clean up their area when eating in the cafeteria.
Clean up after their self, try to be real courteous in the line, stuff like that.
Some students have even made rude comments toward the food, yet it does not seem to faze the ladies. Although they have not had many problems this year, in response to their attitudes, they smile and say thank you, all while being respectful. Despite the factors they face, the lunch ladies still bond together like family. They take pride in what they do and how well they do it, considering the guidelines they also have to face.
I love the kids. I love my job. I love my ladies. We're all like one big family here, and that's the easiest part. Just loving your job and getting up and coming to it.
Next time you're complaining about how you did not get what you want or how nasty you think the food is, consider how much worse it would be without our lunch ladies who take a lot of pride in preparing our food on a daily basis. This is Khalees Griffin reporting for GCTV. Now let's see what Kayla has for this week's Rebel Rundown.
Welcome back to Rebel Rundown. The Rebel and Lady Rebel soccer teams are District 8 5A champs. The Rebels finished up their season after playing the first round of playoffs against West Jones with a final record of 12-5-2 and were 5-1 in district. Congratulations to the Rebels on their season. The Lady Rebels won against West Jones. The final record was 2-0. The Lady Rebels traveled to South Jones this past Saturday to compete in the second round of state playoffs and won with a score of 2-1. Currently, Their record is 17-3-1. They will be hosting the South State game against Florence tomorrow night at 5:30. Good luck to the Lady Rebels in the next round. Finishing up their seasons, the Rebel basketball teams will have their last home game and senior night this Thursday night, and will be playing against Perry Central. They will be playing in the district tournament at East Central February 7th through 11th. Now that basketball and soccer are wrapping up their seasons, the Rebel baseball and softball teams are gearing up to begin their seasons by hosting their jamborees on February 12th. This is Kayla Maples reporting for GCTV. Now let's send it over to Alyssa for the poll of the week.
Thanks, Kayla. Now introducing the poll of the week. We asked GCHS students and staff to tell us their best and funniest jokes. So, let's see if you can figure out these punchlines.
How much does a chimney cost?
Nothing, because it's on the house.
What kind of noise does a witch's vehicle make?
Vroom, vroom. Why did the football coach go to the bank? To get his quarterback.
What did the janitor say when they jumped out of the closet? Supplies!
Well, I'll give you one of my best teacher jokes because it was about the same. Sometimes whenever I'm passing out my test and the kids say, "Mr. Tanner, how long is this test?" I'll say, 11 inches. It's 8.5 wide if that really matters.
A dad dill pickle was talking to a son dill pickle. The son said, "Yo, Dad, what's the deal?" And the dad had said, "Just deal with it."
What the wall say to the other wall? See you at the corner.
How does a penguin build his house? He glues it together.
We hope you got a laugh out of those answers. This is Alyssa Holland reporting for GCTV. Now, back to Jaida in the studio.
Thanks, Alyssa. Those were some good jokes. For this week on GCTV, we'd like to give a shout out to Miss Jodi Sumrall and all she's been doing to keep us safe and healthy during the spread of COVID-19. That's all we have for this week, and this is GCTV.